Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Facebook Live. I've actually got my laptop set up, so I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to see comments because I think the last video I did, I for some reason just couldn't see any of the comments. So let me get my laptop going. Okay, there we go. I'm hoping I'm going to be... Okay. I think I'm good. All right, so Paper Pumpkin is what I'm going to share with you tonight. This is a new subscription box that you can get. You can either join and have a month-to-month subscription, which is what I'm having, so I just have to pay $48 each month, or you can get a 3, 6 or 12-month subscription, just depending what you want. One of the good things with Paper Pumpkin, if you would like to skip a month, you can do that and you can manage your subscription from your profile, your online profile. Okay, just quickly before I open up this box, this one is the June Paper Pumpkin. Two quick reminders to share with you. We've got the Your Stash, Your Style weekly card class. Thank you so much to those who have already registered. There is... actually, what I'll do, I will include the link for all the information for this class in the comments when I'm done. It is going to be a really fun class to do. The cost for the class is $30 per month, which gives you 4 classes during the month. It's all done online, and the best thing of all, it's using what you already have. So there's actually no need to purchase anything extra, which is really good. You get to use some of those beautiful products you've already purchased. The other thing I want to discuss very quickly is the August Craft Retreat. Saturday the 1st of August and Sunday the 2nd. You can come for one day or you can choose to come to both. The cost for the event is $120 for both days, $85 for one. What you get for your money, you get $50 worth of products. There's gifts, giveaway, there's challenges, and of course there's lots of uninterrupted craft time. Registration closes on the 11th of July. Still a little bit of time, it's about 3 weeks left to register for this. Here on my Facebook page, click on the events tab, you'll find all the information there. Okay, so that's the retreat and also Your Stash, Your Style. And I know I've been talking about this class a lot. I'm actually really excited about offering this one. Okay, so that is that. Let's get on with Paper Pumpkin. Okay, at the end of this video, I'm also going to be announcing a couple of winners from previous giveaway cards from Facebook Live. So when you get your box, it is wrapped in some tissue paper. And let me just grab this bundle of products out so I can share these with you. So with the Paper Pumpkin kits, 3 different designs. Okay, you get all of the products that you need to put these kits together. You'll also get a stamp and spot. This one is Calypso Coral, and you get a stamp set as well. So this is a really cute little stamp set that you'll be able to use over and over again. So instructions, of course, and let's go through the products that are included in the kit. The other really good thing is there's some different Facebook groups that people share their creations with the kits that aren't just following the instructions, but you can create whatever you like and make the cards into whatever you would like them to be. Okay, so we've got here a sheet of mini dimensionals plus there are also some little white butterflies, and these have little glue dots on the back of them, so they are self-adhesive. Linen thread. Of course, you do get envelopes. So there's 3 different colours, all the same style, just your 3 different colours to coordinate with the card bases. These are not die cuts, though that is for a card front. There are, oops, let me just get this sorted a little bit. So with your card bases, you get 3 in the Calypso Coral, you get 3 in the green and 3 in the yellow. Not 100% certain of what each of these, this will be Calypso Coral. I'm not sure exactly what the green and the yellow are. So that is the card bases. Plus there are sheets of die cuts as well to use on each of the different projects. So there's some die cut banners that you'll be able to stamp sentiments on, and also the extra die cuts. Now these all have a really beautiful shimmer and shine, so I'm hoping that picks up a little bit on my phone, but it does have that really nice silver embossing on it. The same with these as well. There we go, that picks up a little bit better. Okay, so let's make a start. I'm going to make one each of these cards just to show you, because these are a lot of fun. And there is the stamp set that you can actually see the images. So we've got have a lovely day, thank you, best wishes. There's also some floral images. There's the bicycle and some butterflies as well. So that is a really cute little stamp set that I think is going to be quite versatile as well. Okay, so as I mentioned, you do get the instructions. So let's take a look at the first card. So we'll need a green base, which is this one just here. We also need to use a couple of the stamps and the ink pad. I have grabbed out, the only thing I looked at in the kit earlier was what colour ink pad is included. It's Calypso Coral. I'm saving the little one to use it as a giveaway or to add in with door prizes and things like that. So I'm just going to use my full-size Calypso Coral. So we need as well one of these die cuts. So there is that one. We also need some of the other die cuts. Let me sort through and find some of these. So it looks like we do need one of these circles that has a little bit cut off. And let me see what else we need. Oh, I think we might also need perhaps one of these. I'm not sure what this is for exactly. So I hope everyone else, when they're looking at kits and things, they look at it the same way and go, I need to figure out which pieces are which. Okay, so here is another part that we need. And by the look of it, we might actually need this one as well, which is going to sit just over the top of that one once we've stamped it. I'm going to go with that. Okay, I think that is all that we need for this particular one. Okay, as I mentioned, all I'm looking at is little diagrams. So we've got a couple of stamps. They've shown us the pieces that we need to stamp on. Plus we've got the die cuts as well. So let's make a start with this one and see how I go with it. Okay, as always, it will be folding your card base in half. Now the card sizes, finish size, is slightly different to what we have here in Australia. These are more of a US size. So I'm just going to... Okay, I've just refreshed my computer. So if you've made a comment and I'm not seeing it as last time, I do apologise. I will respond to your comments in a little while once I'm done. Okay, I need a block and a couple of stamps. So I need the Have a Lovely Day. Now with your paper pumpkin, with the first subscription box that you get, you'll also receive one of the paper pumpkin blocks. So they are a D-size block. They are just a little bit thinner than our standard ones. And I also need flowers, which will be that one there. Okay, so you won't get a block with each box. It's just that single one you get with the welcome pack when you first start. Okay, so Calypso Coral ink, or you'd be using your little ink spot. So everything we need to complete these cards is here. The only extra thing you will need is a bone folder if you want to have one to use, and also a pair of scissors to cut your twine. All right, so with the new stamp, I do recommend just giving it a bit of a rub on your arm. It just takes away the oil and the stuff on the stamp from when the stamp's been produced. Okay, I have my sentiment. There we go, just making sure it's stamping nicely. And the instructions are telling me to have the flat side of the circle facing towards the right, and I am going to be stamping and just centering the sentiments. There we go, there is that one. And I'm also going to do the exact same thing with the flowers as well. Just give it a bit of a rub over your arm. Before I ink this, I'm going to be sitting this over the image. So as you can see, we've got these lighter colour patches. This is where the stamp is going to line up. Okay, just do a test run. And line that up just over the top. There we go. Simple. That's the two stamps done. Let's put this together. Close my ink pad because I'm bound to get ink all over myself with that. So for my little flower basket, this is going to be going onto the back. Actually, I think I need to use some linen thread first. And I'm going to need about 30 centimetres. So just grab my ruler and measure off the 30 centimetres, which is about there. As mentioned, for this kit, you'll need your scissors as well. Okay, this has got a few little, just not quite straight because it's been on the roll. Just between your index finger and the nail on your thumb. Run that through a few times. Okay, so this, I'm just going to tie a bow. I don't think I actually have. It looks like it's actually a paper bow that they've used, but I don't think there's any of those here. No, I'm confident that I'm just going to use a little paper bow. And I'm going to use a glue dot. So let me see if there's some glue dots in here as well. Oh, there are two at the back here. You also get a small sheet of glue dots. So they have included really everything that you need. Okay, let me grab the Take Your Pick tool. I'm just, with the pick tool, it does make it nice and easy. So sticking that on and then taking the little cover off. And sticking my bow on, and I am going to just trim this up slightly. So there we have that finished. Hi Martha, thank you for joining me. I'm pleased you're able to get on to watch tonight. Okay, so Martha, if you weren't here a little earlier when I first started, this is one of the paper pumpkin kits, which is actually, they're a lot of fun to do. So we've only had a paper pumpkin in Australia for, this is the 3rd month. So this is the kit that I'm putting together. I'm going to just share one of each card, and then you have the remaining products to do either the same with or something different. Okay, so I need a few dimensionals behind the basket, which you have your sheet of dimensionals as a part of the kit. And again, I'm going to be using the Take Your Pick tool because I just find it so easy. And of course, just with the pick tool, stabbing into the back of the little papers to lift those off really quickly. Okay, so this is going over the top of the basket. Now, as I mentioned, there is that really nice little bit of shine there with the embossing. Okay, so let's do the next little bit. Okay, I'm going to be putting, I need to line this up a little bit. So my sentiment, I am putting off to one side, and my strip of the polka dot pink is going to go behind here. So let me get, oops, again, another lot of dimensionals. And even with the directions, let me show you here, they do share with you where to put your dimensionals as well. So you can use more or less of what the instructions recommend. So I'm placing my circle about there, just so that I can line this up a little bit. There we go. And then my sentiment's going to go over the top. And I think I stuck that down crooked. Let me see if I can gently pry it up and try again. I think that's a little bit better. So the instructions do tell me to put another layer of dimensionals underneath my sentiment, but I'm going to just leave that nice and flat. So I'm going to use a little bit of Tombow. So with these things, you can use a different adhesive, or you can just change them up ever so slightly to what's going to work for you. So there we go. I have just stuck that flat down rather than using the dimensionals. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly refresh my screen and see if anyone else has said hello. Okay, so next, all I need to do now is put my bike on, and I've also got some of these cute little embellishments to put on too. So the bike is going to be sitting around about there, and I am going to be putting this on with dimensionals as well. So with the paper pumpkin kits, as mentioned, you do get one each month, and you can end your subscription, or you can skip a month if you would like to. The cost for each month is $48, and that does include the shipping as well. So it's a total of $48. You do earn Stampin' Rewards as well, and each month there is a different kit. If, for example, there is perhaps later in the year they might be doing a Halloween kit. If you don't do Halloween, that is not a problem at all. You can just skip that month. And it's just a nice little surprise that you get in the mail. Not even demonstrators see the full kits before they are sent out. We get a little sneak peek of a photo, and that is about it. So it's a nice surprise for us as well when it arrives. Okay, so lining, oops, not quite lined up right. So edge of the bike goes along the side of the card. Almost done. The only thing I need to do now is we've got the cute little butterfly embellishments. And we're going to be popping 3 of those on. In the picture, they do look more like they're gold, but I think it's just how the photo looks. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. So there is card number 1. I'll probably go back and put, I think I'll do it now, just a couple of extra dimensionals underneath the bottom here, just to help that stick down a little bit better. And I'm going to put one just here on the edge as well underneath the sentiment. There we go. That's a little bit more stable. That is card number 1. It is really cute, isn't it? I think it just has that beautiful spring feel to it. And even though we're only just at the start of winter, I think we're all looking forward to spring. So it's a really nice card just to give someone just because. All right, so that is the first card. Let's have a look at this next card. So this one we do need the different color base. And I'm going to actually use my laptop to sit these. So we need Best Wishes from the stamp set. And we actually need the other flowers as well. So we've got Best Wishes. And normally I would clean these stamps and put them away. There is a chance I'm going to need them again. So I'm just attaching them to the bottom of my laptop for now, just so that I don't lose them with everything else that's going on the table. Okay, so let me grab the next lot of pieces that we need, which is one of these large bikes. It is going to take up nearly the entire card front. Oops, oh, I almost tore the handle off. And we've just got a couple of these little pieces in here that we need to get rid of as well. Hi Bianca. You know, this kit is I'm really quite impressed with it. As I mentioned, I only opened it tonight, and I only opened it earlier before the video, just to see what color ink I needed, but I am really quite impressed with it so far. Okay, so I've got my stamps. I also need just a couple of other bits, other things to stamp on as well. So I've got that one, and also need a little tag as well. All right. Okay, we can do this one too. All right, so starting with the stamping. Oh, I need the tag to go the right way. There we go. As I mentioned, Calypso Coral is what I'm using. It does come with the ink spot. So yeah, you don't have to worry if you don't have all the coloured inks for the paper pumpkin, because I do include it each month. Okay, again, season your stamp. Just give it a bit of a rub on the back of your hand. I always use my forearm. And let's just do a quick test run. There we go. So stamping onto the little tag, Best Wishes, which I think I've stuck on crooked, but I'm just going to leave it with that. I haven't quite got this onto the block straight, but I am just going to, yeah, this looks better now. I'm just going to leave it a little bit crooked. And also I've got my flowers as well. Again, seasoning on my arm. And I'm just going to see which way. There we go. With these little patches they have, you'll just need to turn your stamp to see the best way that it's going to fit on that bit there. There is the middle one, and we've got the final one. So you may just have to switch the stamp around just a little bit. Okay, putting the ink pad away so that I don't get ink over everything, because most likely I will at some point. Okay, so again, I do need to use my linen thread. Before I did, it did say to use, that's got to go all the way around. That explains that. Okay, so it's telling me we need 35 centimeters. So on my paper under here, I actually can measure the 35. There's a grid paper that I have underneath me does actually have a ruler on it. And I promise I usually do better finishing my sentences than I am tonight. Okay, so I'm going to be threading my linen thread around the back of the basket, so it's going to sit around the back, and I'm going to tie a bow, which is just like a shoelace bow. Hopefully it will work okay. Oh, it has actually. That's kind of nice when that happens, because sometimes it can take me a little while. And I'm going to just slide that bow off to the side. Okay, I do have my sentiment to put on. So that is going to go there on the basket, and I'm going to be using some dimensionals. So I'll probably use a few more than what is recommended in the instructions, just to make sure that this sticks down nicely. So the instructions told me to use 2. I'm actually using 4. I might just move this a little further along and just see how it goes. Okay, oops, it's sticking to everything. Let me just hold it up. I just need to make sure I've got it kind of sort of straight. I think that's okay. So there we have that bit finished. Okay. More dimensionals underneath this piece here. So I'm just going to whack a few on. And again, just stabbing into those little papers with the Take Your Pick tool. To make it nice and easy to get those little papers off. Now, Bianca, I haven't forgotten about your question from, I think it was last week or the week before, with regards to the replacement piecing tool piece. I haven't forgotten. I'm working on it. Okay. So again, card base, folding that in half. Now, one of the good things about these card bases that have the printing on both sides, if you wanted to, you could cut the base in half, and then you've got this to use as a card front and this to use as a card front. So you'd get 2 card fronts with that nice pattern on it, rather than having the pattern at the back as well. Okay, so let's get this on, and that is going to be sticking on around about there. It does say to use dimensionals. I think I'm going to use Tombow again. One thing I found with the dimensionals, which are one of my favourite products to use, the dimensionals in the kits are a little bit fatter than the dimensionals that we get in the packets, which I was surprised about. I just assumed they would all be roughly the same. As I mentioned, I'm using some Tombow. With your Tombow, if you're using it, don't get too close to the edges because sometimes if you use too much, it gets a bit oozy. Okay, so let's get this onto the card front. As I mentioned, I'm using Tombow. It's just a little less layering. So when you go to post this, it's not going to be too fat. Okay. So we also have, to finish it off, some little butterflies. I will have one around about there. Now, of course, you can put your little butterflies wherever you would like them to go. I think I might put the other one about there. Okay, there it is. Card number 2. So the way these cards are designed with the kits and with Paper Pumpkin, that even if you haven't done a lot of card making, you can still manage these kits really beautifully. So the simple instructions that they have with them do, of course, make it much easier as well. Okay, card number 3. So for this one, we do need, of course, the yellow base. And I'll just go ahead and I will fold that in half straight away. Then I can put my bone folder out the way. Okay, so I've got my card base. We have got this one. Actually, it's just like a postcard. So that whole piece is going to be going onto the card front. Okay, so yeah, that's really cute. What else do we got here? We have got, I'm going to say we need the little flowers, which, oh, if I can get that, which that is going to go I think in the basket like that. We also need, let me see what else. We've got a banner. We have got a second banner, which has got the green, and we also need one of those, and I'm going to say we need this one as well, because I think the flowers are going to go on the top of that. All right, so this one we need the thank you sentiment. So you will be using pretty much all of, most of the stamps in this little stamp set, although I really do like the bicycle. Let me quickly show you, just in case you missed it a little bit earlier. That is the stamp set. So like I said, I love the bike in this, and I think the different font on the sentiment is really nice too. So we've used the sentiments, the flowers. I don't think by the look of it we'll be using the little butterfly stamps, but you could do something really cute with that. Yeah, definitely simple and effective. And I think with card making, even the most simple card can look really quite pretty. Okay, so I think we are good. We still need this stamp. And again, quick season of the stamp. Okay, let's get going with this. So we've got the sentiment, which hopefully I've stamped straight. I think that's okay. And we've also got the flowers as well. Let's see how I go actually lining this up. I probably should have left this. Oh, who would have thought? There we go. That I'm actually really, really happy with how well that's stamped. Normally when I try to stamp something on a die cut that's out of the sheet, I struggle to line it up, but I'm really happy with that. I probably won't be able to do it a second time. So yeah, as mentioned, I'm really happy with that. Okay, so I also need some linen thread as well. Again, I need around about 30 centimeters. So again, I'm just using the ruler on my grid paper. And again, just between your index finger and thumbnail, just run that through a couple of times to straighten out your piece of linen thread. Okay, I'm going to do mine ever so slightly different. I'm going to tie my bow, and I'm going to make it a bigger bow. And then my nice big bow is going to be sitting with a glue dot just behind the green tag. So glue dot, which I've got just there. So that will be roughly in the middle, and taking the little paper off the top. And there you end up with your little bit of extra decoration. I'm not sure how well that's showing up. Let me show you behind here. And then you have your nice loopy bit of twine. Okay, so that is that bit done. And I also need to attach, I'm going to use a couple of glue dots, actually a little bit of Tombow, I think, just along the bottom edge of the banner to stick this onto the green banner underneath. Now this called for dimensionals. Again, I'm doing mine slightly different. Thinking more along the lines of not being too thick when you put it in the post. So there is that little piece done. And I've got the flowers to go into the basket. Oh, we do use butterflies. I need to get the butterflies out. So I'm using a little bit of Tombow. There is that. That piece just needs to go on, and I need to grab the butterflies. One of the bonuses about having extra blocks on your table is you can actually have a whole stamp set on blocks and not really have to change them over too much. Okay, again, quick season. That's all it needs. As mentioned, it just takes off a little bit of the oil that we have. Whoops, pick up that later. From production, we do end up with a little bit of oil on the stamps. Okay, so my computer has frozen. I'm hoping it hasn't for you as well. Okay, there we go. It's back. Okay, so I do have a little bit of stamping to do. So I've got my butterflies. They're really cute. So a couple of butterflies there, and the single butterfly. As mentioned, they're really cute. Can just go there like that. Okay, now that's the stamping done. All right. So I'm going to put this onto my card front using some dimensionals. Okay, so my computer is doing really weird things right now. Okay, now it's come back. Okay, so I've got a couple in each corner, or one in each corner, and then some just in the middle here. And of course, you do get the outside pieces of the dimensional sheet, so make sure you cut that up and use that as well. Okay, let me have a quick look here. Oops, I'm not sure what. Okay, My computer has frozen again, but that is okay. Alrighty. So let's get the bike onto the front. Very simple. That is centered. And I'm also going to be using some dimensionals to put these other things on too. All right, so 3 on here. Okay, getting those little backs off as well. Okay, and we've also got just these last couple of things to put on as well. So I hope that it's only my computer that has frozen and that you can still see everything. If not, I'll wait and see until a little later when I go and watch the replay again. It could be just, I'm hoping, just my computer. Okay, so we've got the 2 baskets on, and the last thing I need to put on is the sentiment, which I am going to use dimensionals as well. Just need to get the linen thread a little bit out the way. Just 1 or 2 more pieces is all it's going to need. There we go. I think that'll do. The other thing to with when you've got your bow at the back like I've done, you'll be able to use the dimensionals just to hold it in place just a little bit more. Okay, almost done. And then sentiment goes down there towards the bottom. There we go. Let me see if I can get Facebook back. Okay, so that is card number 3 of the Paper Pumpkin kit for this month. No, got a little bit more to do. I also need to put on some little butterflies. Oh, no, I don't. That's okay. This one doesn't have any of those little shimmery butterflies. So here are, again, the 3 cards. So most of them have that little bit of embossing on them, which is really, really nice. Okay, and then there's number 3. So I will be drawing 3 winners. So these cards will be going out in the mail. And of course, you just need to leave me a comment. Now, let me see that now that my computer has caught up a little bit, let me see what I can do here. Okay, I think we're back. Okay, so I don't think you actually lost me during that time. I think it was just my computer was freezing. So I have a couple of giveaways to do. Let me just pop these aside. So the first one is from a Facebook Live a few weeks ago, which is this card here. So if you left a comment, and I've actually got from last week as well, so I'm going to do 2 today. So if you left me a comment, on either on those videos, your name is in the little bucket. Okay, so for the first one, we have got Carol. I don't think Carol's watching, but I'm sure Carol will be pleased to get this in the mail. So that is card number 1 is for Carol. And number 2 is, just drop one out. Oh, Bianca. And Bianca is watching, so congratulations, Bianca. This card is coming in the mail to you. So they're the 2 giveaway cards from the last few Facebook Lives. Yeah, they're all pretty. They're all, and nice and easy too. All you get when I'm doing something that I haven't prepared earlier or made myself, I kind of fumble through a little bit, but we get there in the end. So Carol and Bianca, these cards will be popped in the mail to you in the next couple of days. Let me just bring back these cards because they are really cute. And I think with this kit and the products that you have left over, you do get enough to make 3 of each, but you could make some really, really nice alternative cards. And the fact that you get that nice stamp set too is really great. Thank you, Bianca. Thank you, Martha, for watching. And again, just finally, there we go. That is the cute little stamp set that you get with it. So it's a really cute one. So thank you so much for watching, ladies. I really hope you've enjoyed seeing this paper pumpkin kit. And it is the first one that I've actually shared how to make. I will continue to share them, but yes, you'll find all the information for Paper Pumpkin on my website. So I'll include the link for that as well in the comments. So I'll do the link for Paper Pumpkin so you can read all the information about that, and also for your Stash Your Style class, I'll pop the link for that information in the comments as well. Thanks again. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see you all next week.